Yep.
Hasn't
not
everybody?
fun. But I would have be playing.
I slammed it. It got closed in a
Baseball.
car door once.
No,
Man, that was
football.
a bitch.
I can't wait for everyone to just be like, what the fuck are they talking about right now?
Like if
Because
they were
live.
if they were a hockey player, he would have played.
Welcome, episode 324 of the SND podcast. I am completely discombobulated because of my nap.
It'll get you.
Danny, long story short, I remember it was like 6 o'clock, and then next thing I know, I woke up and it was 7, and I thought it was Friday, and I thought I was late for work, and I was like so confused when everything
Wow,
was
you
saying
had
this,
one
like,
of those dreams?
I had one of those
Nice.
naps. It was one of those good naps.
Have you guys had any like flashbacks to like you think you're about to miss the school bus or like you're about to be late to school?
I don't
had
get
that just now. I thought we didn't record the podcast.
I don't get those. I get the you went through a whole college semester and didn't show up to a class and forgot you had one class.
That's a good one.
Have you heard of that? Yeah, that's like a common dream apparently. And I've had that all.
I haven't had it in a long time. Obviously, it's been over 15 years for school, but yeah, no, it's like holy crap! I got math in like 20 minutes, and you're like, what?
Yeah, I was
35 years old.
Delivery today. I was running late to my first delivery. I even ran down the stairs, grabbed my shorts, came upstairs, and got fully dressed for work.
See, going that long is tough. Like you just look at your phone. And your phone says the date.
Yeah, but I looked at the time. But that was the thing. I looked at the time. I didn't look at the date as quickly as I did the time.
I don't know.
I don't know. I did say I wasn't going to bring it up, but I had to kind of bring that up. It was kind of.
You did have to.
That was kind of one of those things. So, but anyway,
Julie, we record this time anyway. But yeah, the Mets are on West Coast time.
Yeah, it's my.
That's what it was.
Either aunt or uncle. They share the Facebook account.
I napped so I could be up for the Mets. Clearly, duh. You know.
So hopefully, interesting. The last time the Mets were in the West Coast, we all went to bed and missed chaos. Does that happen again tonight?
Probably.
Was that the Giant game?
Yeah.
Remember we all texted each other like, "What the fuck happened?"
The game was like
we all went to bed at
990. Which one's the hockey game on today? TNT? Oh, there it is. TNT.
Yeah,
it's on TNT. I got the Yankees on for them a few minutes.
Did they resume game 1?
That wrapped up. They're in game
2. Rain delay.
I knew when I got in the car, I turned it on, and Sterling was like, "Oh, they're putting the tarp. We're back, and they're putting the tarp on the field."
That's annoying.
So I was like, okay, that's when I knew the storm was actually coming and whatever. And then they were talking on the fan this morning how they didn't know if they were even going to get game 2 in because of the storm that's supposed to be coming later. Apparently, we're getting like wicked witch.
I got caught in the rain walking to the train this afternoon.
Okay, so I didn't even get to the topic I want to talk about. So before we get into baseball, this is important.
Yeah,
this is important. Okay, so. I kind of been telling Vin this. One of my new favorite podcasts, Danny, has been Busting with the Boys.
Busting with the Boys. Oh, gee, I wonder why.
No, it has nothing to do with that. I was just listening for the guests actually one time, and I just enjoy it. And now every time they have a really good guest on, like JJ Redick was on this week. Great listen.
Cool. I can listen to JJ talk forever.
Absolutely
JJ
insane.
Is good.
He's
good for a deep guy.
I need to listen to his podcast. Really,
I'll be honest.
You know what the funny
I
thing
can't
is?
listen to Taylor Lewan for more than 5-10 minutes. I'll be honest.
The funny thing about the podcast with the Bustin' with the Boys podcast was they literally joke about how it's becoming JJ's podcast because he starts asking them a billion questions in the middle of it, and they're just like, "Wait, whose podcast is this?"
Yeah,
like I like Will.
So one of the things they do is this like topic thing where they debate like it's basically like a twofer type of thing where you got to basically rank your top 3s of things or whatever. So JJ, of course, blew their mind because he's smarter than 90% of the people. Because fun fact, he almost failed out of Duke. In case you didn't know,
really?
Yeah, his freshman year, he never went to class. He was on Thursday night. he would watch the OC and chug beers all night until morning.
I mean,
you gotta watch. You gotta watch.
He was still in the if you went to Duke, you had to graduate era of Duke. That was the thing. So I was
right. He
surprised.
even said it. He said it later on in the podcast. He said, he was the last year. His draft class was the last year before the one and dones.
Right.
And,
so it was like crazy. But anyway, so back to the point, right?
Okay.
So this was the debate. So one of the older twofers that they were doing was top fast food burger joints.
Okay.
Now, Will's favorite is Five Guys.
Okay.
Right. Fair.
Valid.
Right? And his second is Shake Shack.
Valid.
Okay. So here's where JJ's thing is, and I want to debate this with you guys.
Neither of those are fast food.
Are they fast food if they don't have a drive-thru?
No.
Or fast casual.
That's fast casual. Yeah. It's
fast casual. That's what they're calling it.
Yeah. That's what it is. If it doesn't have a drive-thru, it's not fast food. I agree with JJ.
So
like Applebee's. So that's like me.
Applebee's
I don't eat two fat guys. The two fat guys have no problem calling it fast casual. Go figure.
Well, Compton's not that fast. Compton's retired, basically.
They're offensive women.
I'm talking about me and Vin. Chipotle is also fast.
Yeah,
Chipotle's fast casual.
Yeah, if there's no drive-through. But that's the thing. The crazy thing about the life we live in now is you can order it on your app, and you're like in and out of it. It's basically.
I don't go to food places if you can't order from an app. At this point,
there's nothing better than when you walk into a Chick-fil-A after you order it on the app and you watch all the people online.
Yeah, but the problem with Chick-fil-A, you gotta wait for them to make the meal, so you're still.
But you don't. If you do it correctly, you got to know when you're doing it. Like
you
got to be like
the Chick-fil-A in the city. You gotta put in a PIN number, and then you gotta wait.
So I don't know which Chick-fil-A in the city you go to, Danny. I used to go to the one that was on the corner of 46th and 6th.
I would be the one downtown in Fulton.
Okay.
I
my job
I went to the one time, Vin.
Was close enough that it thought I was there, so I would just hit I'm here and then walk up the block, and by the time I get in there, it was ready.
So when I went, you had to go to the extra kiosk.
Yeah, there was
there was no extra kiosk.
I guess it's a smaller one.
Danny goes to a fancy.
Yeah, it's bigger.
Danny goes to the. We're gonna not let anyone steal your meal.
Yeah. Like I had to go to a kiosk. It's been a couple years. It was pre-COVID.
Another.
So
thing.
I would hope that would change, but you'd have to go to the kiosk, type in the PIN that you got from the your app, and then you had to wait anyway. So it made no sense.
We have just accepted in our society that people are going to take their own food, and that's it. I mean, we're taking a leap at that, and it seems to be working. Like, decently.
Isn't it funny how like
Chipotle? I never wait online anymore.
No, definitely not.
Nope.
Coffee, Starbucks or Dunkin', don't wait.
I'm still schmuck, and I still wait for Starbucks.
You're still
because I like to wait because I don't want.
It's crazy that how much we trust people to not take your food.
It's only happened. I think it happened at Dunkin' Donuts once that somebody took my drink, and I
did that once.
I took somebody else's drink by accident. I went out, but
drink.
I came back in. I walked to the door and came back inside. I was like, oh. Okay.
No, I didn't even realize it.
I think everybody.
Like, my car, I started driving. I took a sip and I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't taste right. I looked at it, I had someone else's name on it. I'm like, oh shit. Oh well.
I think we all have I know we all are scumbags, but we all know how mad we all would get if someone took our food, and just like we all have that common understanding of like, all right, that's not mine. I'm gonna wait 2 more seconds, couple more minutes.
Shockingly,
I almost did that at Starbucks with an iced tea, but I like she goes, "Oh, it's fine." I'm
most people, you're right. Most of the time, you're right, Danny. But honestly, you go there and it like I don't know about you guys, but if I go there and like I place like Chipotle, if I go there and I place the order, and like I get there like 5 minutes after, knowing that it's like on an ASAP, and the place is empty and it's not ready yet, I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Where's my food?
I'm good about usually. I'm good about waiting.
I know how much I know how much they hate their jobs, so I let it go.
I let it go.
It's also by the way, Wings Over has the pre-order, and they send you a text, and I always tell people. I always tell people that's the most romantic text I get until I find someone that sends me texts like that.
Wings Over has usually feel like it takes longer when I do the text. Like I
I
don't know.
ordered today at 3:45, and I got the text at 4 o'clock, like I was supposed to. That I was ready, and when I got there, it was ready. It took me 15 minutes to
Okay.
get there from Ocean.
Usually, like I'll do the one in Farmingdale for football sometimes, and I feel like it takes longer. I don't know.
Okay,
This
so
just
we went off
recently
on a
changed.
tangent.
This is a total summer show. We
So
are off
back
the
to
rails.
the tangent. So what would be our top 2 fast food burgers?
Oh no, I was asking if you got what you guys considered. If we could do that, but I was going to say
Oh,
what
we
you guys
could do
consider.
that. It's not
I haven't
like we
had
have
fast food
anything.
since 2016.
Yeah, you've actually stuck to that.
Yeah, I had to.
But
And
again,
honestly, it's so much fun.
It's specific. You're following the same rules, where it's a drive.
I'll go to fast casual.
You've eaten Chipotle.
I've had Five Guys, BurgerFi. I'll go to those
Right.
places. Chick-fil-A all the time. If I can order it on an app, I'll go there.
Chick-fil-A's fast food. So that's your only cheat. It is.
Yeah,
They have, I mean, the one by me.
Yeah, they have a drive-thru. They have a
the
drive-thru.
one by me has one. I know.
Yeah, I've been to the one.
I
in
love
Florida.
going to the Roosevelt Field one though, and just watching the line go all the way around. Like
There's one in Roosevelt
when,
Field.
yeah, right when you walk in, right to the right there. That's literally the first one, all the way to the right. If you walk in at the cafeteria, at the food court, literally you turn right. It's right there.
Okay,
I
I
feel
always
like you've eaten at that one with me.
at the Roosevelt Field Mall. I don't.
According
exactly.
to Google, I don't know if it's your aunt or uncle on this, but I'm gonna go with your aunt.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going with your aunt on this one. According to Google, nothing against Uncle Mike, but Angela would definitely be the one to look this up.
To Google? Yeah, it's probably. I think you're right.
And then
Think about
copy
it.
and pasting it.
And then copy and paste
that's
it
what we
to us.
said. That's what we said.
Oh, yeah.
Fast casual.
Fast
Both.
casual. Knew it. Shout out Angel. Yeah.
Does not offer full table service.
Right.
Yeah.
So you go to Chipotle, you get your food, and you can sit at a table for
Right.
one. You
Same
leave.
with Shake Shack.
Hi, Angela.
Same
with
thing.
Moe's.
Shake Shack, do they?
Yeah.
They don't
Shake
bring
Shack
the
has an
food
app.
out to you. No.
No, they
Yeah, Shake
call your
Shack.
number.
They call
They
your
give
number.
you the buzzer.
Yeah.
They give you
yeah,
the
buzzer,
buzzer, or they
They
just
do.
tell you where to go.
Right.
You just wait. So, all right. So, what would be your top 2 burgers?
This
If I'm going for burgers, and I'm gonna throw a curveball at you guys because I'm gonna go someplace that's Lynbrook only for number 2. It's called Burger Shack. You should both try it. I think then maybe we've gone there or have gotten it.
Is that on Sunrise?
It's on Broadway.
Broadway on Sunrise. Got it.
Yeah, it's like right off of Broadway. So, Danny,
Yeah,
long story
I
short, if
think
you're
I've
taking
done it.
Peninsula and you turn down on Sunrise, if you make the left, you're going to So Far So Good. You make the right, it's literally right there.
Yeah. I got it.
Right by the
I
post
don't-
office.
think we've
Yes.
been there. I don't remember though.
Great burger selection. Great hot dogs, fries. Skinny fries are the best there. Waffle fries with melted mozzarella cheese, melted American cheese and bacon. Great,
How are
great
you
meal.
90 pounds?
Yeah, I don't know.
180. Thank you very much.
Shock.
Anyway,
Yeah, there's no way.
anyways, so that would be my 2. Because they make a great burger and they make it when you get there. They don't do online ordering. They only do either call in or walk in,
That's
which I
amazing.
like because then they can cook it to the way you want it.
Sure, I guess. For being fancy.
They do like Uber Eats and things like that.
Sure.
Well, I mean, everybody does that now. You're like-
Unfortunately.
you're-
I
But
try not
number
to
one
use
is
those things.
definitely. Number one is, yeah. I try not to unless I have to. If I really don't want to go all the way to Lynbrook to get the burger, I'll just have Uber Eats bring it. It's like, so
the surcharges is annoying though.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they send you the $10 coupon, but really it's just taking away the surcharge and still charging you the same amount because they're going to have a delivery tax.
Right.
Pretty much.
They always call the actual restaurant.
If I can do that. that's
Number
what I would
1
do.
for me, Five Guys.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's hard to fight Five Guys.
I think Five Guys is number 1. I don't know. I'm gonna pick a fast food place.
Here's the biggest thing for me. Like because of course them on their podcast they go throughout the nation. So like, what a
Right.
burger is a Texas thing. I don't think we have one.
Never. No.
I'm gonna go with Julie on this one. I think it's Shake Shack, but if it's an overall place, I'm going Five Guys because the French fries at Shake Shack is a abomination.
I don't know about
Those are
abomination.
terrible.
I
Those
like
are terrible.
The Shake Shack fries are fine. I'm gonna say that they're amazing, but they're fine.
They're abomination.
Those are an insult to Nathan's. You
Okay,
just
they're
watch
attempting to
Devontae's
be
just
nice.
like skate through everybody and
I
just
thought,
almost
I
throw it all
honestly
there.
thought it was Kale McCarr, and then I cried because it wasn't Kale McCarr. If it was Kale McCarr, it would be fine.
All right, abomination is a little rough, but
Abomination is
for what you're getting in the burger. What you're getting for the burger, you got to step up your fry game.
Okay.
And
Conor
I am
McDavid
also
so
must
fast
be
that
the
my
meth
TV
fan in
froze.
me. Must be the meth fan in me. I'd rather go to Burger King than McDonald's any day of the week.
Why is that a Met fan thing?
Like, because you're
Oh,
like
because you're picking the
picking
loser.
this. Yeah, I would rather go to BK than Mickey D's.
What in the world is a purple?
What
cow?
is a purple cow?
I gotta
We're
Google
gonna
it
look
now.
up a-
We'll Google. Make sure we put Shake Shack in front of
Purple.
that. I don't know what else will come out.
And of course, I haven't had Five Guys in a while, but obviously they don't have as good as shakes as Shake Shack, obviously with the name.
Is it a hot dog?
Shake Shack's purple cow. Oh, they took me to an illegal website.
It's ice cream float.
What
with
is the
grape soda.
purple cow at Shake Shack?
She
Oh, it's
said
a-
it's ice cream
apparently
float
it's a
with grape
milkshake.
soda and vanilla ice cream. That sounds good. Can't tell you the last time I
Actually
had
does
grape
sound-
soda though.
I love grape soda. It's great.
I haven't had it in a minute.
It's an interesting one.
All right, I'm gonna have to try that next.
All right. Well,
See, that's the
well,
other
guys,
thing.
have a good night. We are now going
yeah,
over. I am now going to
We're just going
Chipotle.
to Shake Shack.
We're going to Shake
Danny-
Shack.
Danny said, Met fans, I never get Shake Shack at the game ever.
Oh no. I've gotten it a handful of times because I would go with like people that are like, oh, I want to go to Shake Shack, and you're like, okay. But if I'm like
Right.
going with you guys, there's no shot in hell.
I
we're going.
don't want to. Yeah, I don't wanna, even with the more
I've had
area
it-
now.
You guys know how early I used to get the games. Like if
Right, that would
Oh,
be
yeah.
the only.
you're
gotta
there
get there when
early enough,
doors
that's a-
open. Yeah.
or
you're there
it's late
early
enough
enough,
in the
yes,
season,
or-
or 30 games back.
right, a September game where there's really nothing going on, and you're just
Well,
there to
even-
see a game.
Memorial Day, Lauren sent me a picture of it, and there was no one online. I think she
Maybe
got-
because they
I
took
think
over
it's
Blue
becoming
Smoke.
probably because it
Did
got
they?
bigger. Yeah, they
Yeah, they
Blue
took
Smoke is
over.
gone.
Did
That whole area is Shake
Yeah,
Shack now.
Shake
That
Shack.
whole wall.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. But didn't they also put a second Shake Shack in, like a sub upstairs, maybe?
Not that I know of.
Oh no, that was Blue
Okay.
Smoke. They added a second.
They have
one
added
season,
a
or
Blue
maybe they got
Smoke.
rid of that.
Maybe they got rid of that too. I only went upstairs once. I didn't notice it.
Oh, look at me! I'm Vin. I only go to upstairs.
I haven't been
guys.
upstairs. I haven't been
don't-
upstairs since.
Kenny,
When was the last
you
time
know
we?
this.
Oh, we went to the game last year, Vin, and you ordered 10
Right.
meals off your phone and got.
I
0.
ordered one meal, went to the thing, and the guy said, "Oh, I never."
and then
got
they tried
that."
to
And
charge
then-
him a second time.
Right, they were like, he's like, "Oh, that'd be $16," and I was like, "I paid already." And then the next day at the game, the afternoon, they sent me a text and said, "Your food's ready." I was like, "I'm just gonna go get it."
I was so mad when he told me that, and he's like, "Why don't you just go get it? What's stopping you?"
We'll just leave and go get it. Fast food wise, I think Checkers is my favorite.
Ooh, Checkers
Really?
is
Just
good.
In
I haven't
general,
had Checkers
probably.
in a long. I haven't
There's
had
one near
Checkers
my
since
house,
I was
so I have it.
10. Going before we went to an Island game. That would be our once a
Right.
month
It's right there. Yeah.
Islander.
You know, it's funny. I think Checkers is the one that stopped. Like that was the last fast food. No, it was McDonald's. You know, it's funny. I remember the
Sure,
exact
it wasn't Taco Bell.
night I went to McDonald's for the last time, or fast food for the last time, and it was the night before we did the show in New Jersey. Danny,
I mean,
Wow.
you had Chick-fil-A, so you
So
had
that's 6 years ago.
shut up, Vincent. I meant like McDonald's. You know, the ones we all grew up. The normal ones that we grew up with.
fast food burgers.
But that's the other thing. I think Danny, you've had In-N-Out Burger though.
Yes.
Mm.
I think they were.
Because a lot of
Honest-
people say that's the one.
Yeah, and a lot of people also say it's overrated. I think if we lived in California, we would probably say it's overrated. But the price is
We
still
would have it
from-
too many because
right.
I think
But-
if we lived in California, we wouldn't go because it's always crowded for people coming to California saying
Right.
they want to go.
But
to
And
the
the
that's
prices-
similar
but-
to like,
Oh, it's cheap. Yeah.
It's dirt cheap. Like it's still
but
the
you know what?
prices
You
from
know what the other thing is? It's similar to is like Wawa in New Jersey. There are people in New Jersey that just can't stand Wawa because there's one everywhere. You know, like every time if I go to New Jersey for any reason, I'm stopping at a Wawa to get a sandwich and
know what
not
I'm
big-
excited
guess,
for,
but-
Steve? I've
I'm
never
not a
had
big
it.
Wawa person.
I know what I'm excited for. The Jersey Mike's in Phillips Shopping Center in a couple.
I had it last week.
I've never had
First
it.
off, they don't toast. They don't
Okay,
toast.
I
which is
can live
kinda
with that.
confusing.
I
Which
could
was
live
kind
with
of
that.
I think they do.
threw me off a little bit. They don't. I went to the one in Oceanside and they didn't. There's also a Taco Joe's going in that shopping center.
Taco
Dan.
Joe's is great.
Never heard of it. So
It's like
I
it's
think that's what it
basically
was.
sort of Moe's. It's Taco Joe's. There's one by me. There's also a Jersey Mike's by me. It's pretty. I like it. It's good.
yeah,
I
like it.
had Jersey Mike's for the first time last week, and it wasn't the worst.
Yeah.
It's,
No, there's a
just get it
place
the
by-
Mike's way. That's the way to do it. That's what it's called.
Okay.
You get it the Mike's way. They just put like
everything.
a bunch of spices and like their
Oil and vinegar and all that
red
nonsense.
oil and
Okay.
red wine vinegar.
Yeah, whatever.
No, the place I like by my job is called Potbelly. That place is pretty good. It's like they toast that.
I've heard
toasted
of
bread.
Potbelly. I've
It's pretty good.
never went there.
Yeah, I like Potbelly.
That was
Yeah, I've heard of it.
That's my quick. All right, I need to get a quick sandwich.
quick sandwich.
The other one they
Yeah.
were talking about was
I just go to Subway.
Whataburger. Whataburger in. Isn't there one on Long Island somewhere?
No, I don't think so. I think it's mostly a southern thing.
Texas.
Yeah, mostly
Um,
to.
And we're waiting for Snacks. Snacks is still at work. Hurry up,
Is he?
Snacks,
Why are we waiting for snacks?
because weren't we gonna do the top three? That top three
Oh,
list.
the
Oh, I
list
figured he'd
thing?
just be listening, but if he wants to join us, you know
Yeah.
he can.
Regardless.
I figured we were gonna hold that to the end to keep people listening.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The other place that people keep talking about now that I haven't tried yet, but my sister raves about, is that new chicken place.
PDQ.
PBQ, yeah.
PDQ. Yeah, there's one in Farmingdale.
Farmingdale. There's one in Farmingdale,
Yeah.
and then I think they just opened one in Westbury too. I don't know where in Westbury.
The farthest north, I'm looking at Whataburger. Like, the closest to us is like Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee area. There's nothing
is
pretty.
What is that one restaurant that everybody is it Whataburger that's famous in Texas?
I think it is.
Oh, it's right on.
There's
Yeah,
also
Whataburger is the famous in Texas. JJ Reddick was talking about it. He's like,
Raising Cane's, which is a chicken
Yeah, well, that's
place
chicken though.
down south.
Apparently, that place is legit too.
There's one coming to Times Square. They're building it now. I
I'm
think.
not going anywhere near Times Square.
No, absolutely not. But
Oh, the PBQ was put where Olive Garden was, right outside of Walmart, Costco. What was Sports Authority over there on Old Country Road?
okay.
It's like between the Source Mall and Best Buy.
So small. Goddamn.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest
No,
in
it's
peace. Kind
still
of by
there.
Shake, kind of
they're-
like before Shake Shack. I know what you're saying.
I know.
The Source Mall
Coming
it
from you,
exists.
yes, before Shake Shack.
From me. The Source Mall still exists, I think, but I
Yeah, because of Cheesecake Factory and the
there's
Dave
a
and
good
Buster's.
liquor
This is
store.
why I love Angela.
There is a good liquor store over there. I mean, it just is. It's just true.
And it's connected to a beer store.
Yeah.
Fun fact: that place is owned. Total Wines and Liquors is what that
Yeah, I
is.
think that's what it's called. Yeah.
They're actually owned by Costco or BJ's, one of them.
It seems like it.
One of them, but they
Sounds good.
can't sell them in their own stores, so they had to come up with another way to do it.
makes sense.
This is completely off the rails.
Nah, we're just
June
trying-
2nd.
It is June 2nd.
In my
We
mind,
could-
it's June 3rd, but everything says June 2nd.
We could
so it's
talk
okay.
about the Mets.
They look really good.
Well,
I'm happy.
they finally met. It took all the way to June 2nd for them to met.
Yeah. If you haven't heard, well, obviously you know because you're listening. But if you're watching live, Frankie Lindor is not playing tonight because he
Francisco
slammed.
Lindor.
Yeah,
He literally yelled at a reporter a couple weeks ago.
yeah,
for
but
calling him
I'm not
Frankie.
talking to him. If I'm talking to him, I'll call him Francisco. But just
Yeah,
us.
he gets really. It's
He gets like adamantly mad about it.
Oh well.
Oh, well.
He's not going to be listening to the podcast.
Get over it.
How do you know he's not playing tonight? Maybe he's Maybe he's one of those 2 viewers.
If
Eh,
Frankie, if you're listening, sorry.
At
I'm not
DBN, it says it right on his thing.
yeah, at me, bro.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it sucks. Hopefully he's back tomorrow and it's nothing to worry about.
So interesting about him, the 10 games in a row RBI streak.
Right.
mhm.
Second Met to hit double digits.
Right, Piazza with 15.
Third occurrence in general. Mike did it twice, separate times.
Fourth player. So Piazza doesn't have the major league record.
Yeah.
No, but I think more.
So
than
the
four
major
people.
league record is 17.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
The guy went from June 27th through July 23rd in 1922.
I mean, that just doesn't.
Ray
count.
Grimes.
That just doesn't.
Ray
count.
Grimes.
Anything before like 1930. I don't want to count anything in baseball before like 1960.
Right.
But
Well, let's at least give us Jackie Robinson.
okay, right.
1942.
I was going to say,
42
say
and
62.
That's the rules.
I was going to say
I like
62, but
I was gonna say 69 because 69 is when they made 2 divisions in each league.
69. But honestly, kudos to Lindor after our podcast 2 weeks ago. We're like, he's doing good, but we can be doing a little bit better, and he's certainly been doing that.
I was
yeah.
thinking about this, and I just feel like last year he felt the pressure of coming to New York.
We've been saying that.
Sure.
And then September, he finally broke out, and
right, because nobody was watching come September. They were 10 games out of a playoff spot. Nobody cared anymore. It's easy to just.
I was having a conversation. This is just a tangent to last year. I was having a conversation again with our friend Lauren, and we were talking about the deadline last year. And I was like, "Yeah, they were in first place," and she was like, "No, they weren't." And I was like, "Yes, they were." I went back and looked. They had a 5-game lead on deadline day when we went to that game. It was gone by August 7th. Like it was that quick where they just got.
So like a week.
It literally it took a week for them to lose those 5 games, pretty much.
yeah.
I forgot what the numbers were. I think Met City were the ones that posted it.
Yeah, everything's
this is
like
like-
first or second place.
This
in
is like the
offensive
most. No, not the offensive categories. The
I think
let's see.
what I saw, the biggest lead. It's the biggest leads on June 1st since the cheating Astros and the 116 win Mariners. Like those are the only 2 teams that have had double-digit leads.
Which
in the
is
division
funny because
on June 1st.
Oh, by the way, if you ever listen on the to the game, they are called the Trash Can Bangers of 17, according to Wayne Randazzo.
Yeah, I heard him say that. I was listening at that point. I hate calling them that because I really don't think it was that big of a deal.
So don't call him that.
Right. There was 5 teams that we're doing it basically.
Right. And they went to an AL.
Right
Since
now-
they got caught, they've gone to an ALCS and a World Series. They're pretty good.
Right. Now it's time to start realizing, well, now they're getting also to the point where the players are leaving for contracts and
Right. Cray is gone. Springer's gone.
Altuve's only got a couple years left on his deal.
Cole's
Now,
gone.
too-
Granted, they didn't win with him.
Cole's gone. So it's just out offensively. It's really just Altuve. I mean, like
Bergman.
Jordan out and Bregman.
Bergman.
Then they got
But even
Jordan
he's
Alvarez
almost-
now, and Kyle Tucker, and this new kid they replaced Correa with is pretty good apparently.
I would assume so.
Berkman
If
is
you just
signed.
let him walk for what they gave.
Right, he was like a top I don't know 10, 15, 20 prospect. So I was like, okay, that makes perfect sense.
How is Correa doing?
Hurt. Is he still hurt?
No, he's back healthy. I was just looking the other day. He's doing pretty good.
Berkman has 2 more years.
because I was looking
Two
at like
modified no trades.
when the Lindor conversation and stuff was going, I was looking at him compared to the other, 5 or 6 guys that were free agents, that were supposed to be free agents. He obviously signed his deal, but the rest of the guys got to it. And I think he was better than all of them except Seager, maybe?
Ideally, looking at contract-wise, the Astros have basically with Altuve and Berkman 2 years left on each of their contracts after this year.
Right, but if those guys aren't even the best players on the team anymore.
Right,
I said,
but I'm just saying those two. Altuve is going to be 35 when his contract's up. First off,
yeah, I mean
that guy looks like he's 15 still forever.
He came up late, I think.
And Berkman's going to be 31, so he's going to get paid again. He'll get a contract.
But he hasn't even been good.
Yeah, but he's still going to get something.
I don't know.
Because you could say the same thing about Chris Bryant, and look what he just got.
No, but he was
actually
good,
but he wasn't anything special.
No, he wasn't.
San Francisco.
Looking at Chris Bryant right now, last year he had an 835 OPS. He had 265 with 25 homers. It's not his MVP season, but he was a good player. Bregman is bad at this point. Yeah, he has a 731 OPS right now. He's hitting 221 with 6 homers. It's just not good. It's not what he was.
Back to a little.
He had 41 homers.
A little Lindor. Actually, I could do Pete too. So 5 days, as of 5 days ago, Alonso was on pace for 41 homers, 155 RBIs, 175 hits. And that was 5 days ago. Probably gone down because I don't think he's homered since. Probably going to be a little bit lower now.
Well, he had a home run the other day.
Pete did.
Yeah.
And then Lindor.
One of the blowouts.
At this pace, as of 4 days ago, 260 average, 27 homers, 125 RBIs.
See, that's when I'll take a 260 batting average.
Sure.
Yeah, but that's the player he is.
No, I agree.
Well, that was my whole thing with him. There was a lot of people saying, "Oh, if he hits 20 homers and he drives in 80 runs and plays his defense, is still a good player."
Right.
But he hit 38.
You're paying him for over 100 RBI.
I don't even care. I don't even care what he's being paid. He got his he hit 30 homers 3 times. I want 30 homers. I want for the Mets to get a good player and him actually to be what they got. It happened with Carlos Beltran, and that's about it. And Piazza, I guess, too. But
yeah, he was pretty decent.
That's it. Yeah,
they were both decent move, I think.
They were both very good players, regardless of what people will tell you about Carlos Beltran.
Listen, we're talking about these guys when we should really be talking about best player on the team.
David Peterson.
Luis Guillorme.
Luis Guillorme hitting third tonight is absurd when Jeff McNeil exists. I'm sorry, it just is.
Wait, what was the official lineup? I forgot to look at the official lineup.
It's just Guillorme and Lindor's spot, and everything else is the same.
All right, I'm not gonna go crazy about it.
I'm not gonna go crazy about it.
Guillorme's been red hot, so
at least hit Marte third and just flipped them. That's what I would have done. But whatever. I mean, I'm nitpicking.
Yeah,
obviously.
I think Luis should be leadoff forever. The guy went how many consecutive days?
It just looked weird. It just looked.
Yeah, get over it. It'll be fine.
You know what the crazy thing is
I'm more worried about Taiwan.
Lindor's finger.
I don't care. His fingers will be fine.
Are we getting
Taiwan stinks? No.
Are we playing? Is there a Bueller outing this weekend?
Yeah, we get Bueller on Saturday against. I think David Peterson's pitching for us.
Peterson.
So and then God versus Bueller. Got it. God versus Bueller. Got it.
And then Julio Urias goes for them on Sunday against
against Trevor Williams.
Trevor Williams, which is not great.
Hey, he's been good.
He's been good, but that's not gonna
give me 2 of the wins before that, and if you walk out of Dodger Stadium with 2 wins out of 4,
100%. If they
it
walk
sucks
out
that
of this,
they got swept by the Pirates. That's the ultimate.
I
That's
know.
baseball.
I know.
Bueller's gonna
Yeah,
throw a
we're
perfect
going-
game
we're
Saturday.
going
We already
into
could
the
call the
Wolves
perfect
game.
game on Saturday.
If they come back, especially against the Pirates, Bueller gave up and Urias both gave up 4 runs in 6 innings. They're not
That's
it's just
baseball.
Speaking of giving up a ton of runs in short amount of innings, Ohtani in Yankee Stadium can
Ohtani
never
got
pitch.
lit
He
up
can't.
today.
So I didn't realize. I looked at the box score, right? So I caught on to the game late, and I looked at the box score, and I didn't realize that the way it works, this Ohtani rule, is that he's marked as a pitcher when he's pitching in the lineup, and he's still hitting. I
Right.
thought that there was another player that's going to DH when he's pitching, and then when they pull him
you
from
lose the
pitching,
DH rule.
he can flip him into the
No,
but
DH. So
he's-
instead, he just goes and he just stays in as the DH. So
he
basically,
just becomes the DH when he comes out of the game.
it's
pitching
basically
wise.
marked as a pitcher until he's done pitching, and then he becomes a DH.
He
instead.
becomes the DH.
So they
yeah.
don't have a DH basically when he's pitching.
So he is the DH when he's pitching. I guess if you could
Right,
say,
but
it
on
that
the
way.
on the scorecard, it's listed
It's
as pitcher
It's weird.
until it's the. It doesn't. For some reason, I thought the rule was he can't hit until he's pulled from the game as the pitcher.
No, he just stays the
So
whole time.
they just make rules.
Well, it's he's not. I mean, he is the only one at the moment, but there are like a couple guys got drafted recently who are intending to do the same thing. So it was a rule for everybody, I think. Like, because Tampa
they
has
made
a guy,
it because
I think.
they made the rule because of what happened last year when he pitched at Yankee Stadium when he got pulled in the first inning, and then all those people at Yankee Stadium were like, "Wait a minute, we came to watch this guy." And when they pulled him, they had to pull him out of the lineup.
I don't
He-
think people cared that he got lit up in the first inning. That were like, oh, that's why we went to Yankees.
Be a Met
But
fan.
but
in
they
the
know he's the
2000s
ticket draw.
and go to a
He's the
game on
ticket draw.
Sunday.
That's the key.
Yeah, but you're going to
it's-
see the Yankees, so
Right. But again, how many Sunday afternoon games did we go to as kids? And Piazza was on
Piazza
the bench
didn't play.
because
Yeah.
he was playing the
It
night
is what
before.
it is. It is
Just
what
the way it was. I
But
thought
we
Vance
always went
Wilson
fr-
was our
that's why
starting
my
catcher for a
family
long
always
time.
went Friday night. He doesn't miss
You know
Friday
what?
night.
Friday night's growing on me. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I like going Friday nights. It starts the good.
good vibe,
starts
yeah.
the 10 for the weekend.
Well, if they win.
Well,
It's
and
kind of
it's
crazy.
black
I can
jersey
actually-
Friday nights now.
Beautiful. Love those.
Yeah, I gotta get to a Friday game soon. Danny, you should pick a Friday game for us to go to.
All right, let's pick a Friday game.
We're just waiting for you to pick it at this point.
Yeah, a little busy.
Yeah, Danny's got a life here, Steven.
I just can't pick a random game now.
Unbelievable. Steven thinks he's just the center of the universe. You don't have to pick it right now, Danny.
I wasn't.
Oh, I thought you were.
Oh, I thought he was like. I thought he was actually.
Yeah, I
sitting
thought
there
we were looking
for
at it. No. Okay. So do we want to do this movie list thing?
Yeah, we could do it.
I didn't realize that they're announcing NHL coaching awards, like awards.
Yeah,
right
they
now.
did that last night. We should talk about the Rangers Lightning series.
I think
Fun fact: all the Ranger fans that are already hanging the banner of winning the
Yeah,
Eastern Conference.
that chant that scores better is not going to
First
No.
off, when was the last time, Vin, that what's his name lost back-to-back playoff games? 1990 something. It seems like, right? It was the last time Vasilevsky lost.
he
back-to-back
hasn't
playoff
lost back-to-back playoff games since 2019 when they got swept against Columbus. They've now won.
games? One. Okay, that's one. Two. Fun fact: in the 2015-2016 season, the Islanders' first season in Brooklyn, the Islanders beat the Panthers.
5-2.
Right? Went in the
I'm
Islanders
saying
beat the
in
Panthers in the
Yeah,
series,
you're They beat
right?
The Panthers.
Went on to play Tampa, who was resting.
Yep.
Blew out Tampa in game one.
Mhm.
Looked like the much better team, and then Tampa won 4 straight games.
Do you remember that Jack Caviar hit in the face with a puck in that game?
Yes.
I do. I remember that.
Regardless,
yeah,
the Rangers looked great last night.
They did,
scored
but
6,
just
and-
Tampa hadn't played in like a
9
week
days.
and a half.
It was
yeah,
9
it was
days.
a lot.
But I didn't see the Rangers putting up 6 goals. So
No, neither did I. I was
got to
very
give them
surprised with it.
credit.
when I saw
Gotta
it.
give them
Look,
credit where credit's due.
they have been.
I said it. I said
fantastic.
this.
It's very Giantsy. I mentioned that to Snacks. This run is very Giantsy.
I don't like to hear
My barber, big Ranger fan. He asked me about the series. I said, if the Rangers can steal one in Tampa, they're gonna
Right.
lose in 6. They're gonna lose in 6. Because I just can't see Tampa losing. So again, he hasn't lost back-to-back playoff games since they got swept in 2019.
I agree.
But if they can't steal, if they lose game 2 and they can't win a game in Tampa, it's over in 5.
I think.
Because I can't see the Rangers coming back home deflated
know.
after 3 straight losses.
I think they would lose in 6 because the crowd would get them jacked up.
Yeah, I'm gonna. They've been playing. I mean, the crowds at the Garden have been crazy. You got to give them a lot of credit.
Interesting
Dayball's
fact
gonna
about
be
the
at
crowd
the
at the
game,
Garden:
so.
not sold out games.
Really?
They did not sell out the Eastern Conference Finals.
Dallas.
They're overpricing them. The people were calling up Carden and Roberts the other day, being like, as season ticket holder, I'm not going to any of these games. I'm going to the viewing party because I can't afford to go to the Garden for this.
Yeah, well,
the fans are getting priced out of the Garden.
I'm not surprised.
Not surprised.
It's the Garden.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me at all either. But like,
I think they lose it in 6 as well. I think that's just because Tampa's the best. It's not.
But I must say they have a little giants in them.
They do. Bit. They 100%.
Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I'm going to say. I think the Eastern Conference is going to win the cup again. Because
without a doubt,
either team in the Eastern Conference will be the first
horrific.
Will be the first goaltender that any other team had to face.
I don't know.
Colorado hasn't faced the goalie.
I agree. Go ahead.
Go on, Vin.
Colorado
they're going to get lit up. They can shut both teams down.
Colorado didn't they face Dallas?
Was it Dallas?
No,
they faced Nashville.
They faced Nashville. They walked over.
Who hasn't had
and their goalie was hurt.
Right. Okay. And then they played St. Louis, and Bennington cried after game 1 and threw water bottles at people like a child.
Correct. I hate that guy so much.
and he got blown, and then they got blown out by them. They blew him out. I think St. Louis stole one of the games at home.
Who played Dallas?
That doesn't really
Calgary. Calgary played Dallas.
Calgary.
And almost because Dallas's goalie was crazy. Very good.
That's right. They won in overtime.
Right. But then Ottinger. The Calgary lost to Edmonton, who has Mike Smith.
Just outscored them. All they did was outscore them. And
then
you know it was crazy? If you look at the statistics of game 1 of the Edmonton Calgary game and the Edmonton Colorado, it's literally Colorado has 1 less goal than Calgary had, and 1 less shot.
I mean, it was very similar games, but
also Danny, you brought up the Mets Giants game. I went to sleep, and it was the game. The hockey game was over. It was 11 goals, and it was 6-3. It was like
right.
I wake up and it's like I think the final was like 8-6.
Yeah,
8-7.
it
was just like the other night. It was the other night. They were Edmonton was down big and they lost by 1.
That was it. That's the game we're talking about. Game 1.
But the Mets weren't playing the Giants the other night.
No,
but you're talking about how we went to how the game was it went. You went to bed and it was a little crazy. It was crazy before. You know it's crazy when you're trying to figure out if the Mets or a hockey game is going to score more or going to have more points.
Right. Like I knew the Met game was going to end after the Ranger game the other night. That was the easiest.
That was insane. So many people offered me tickets to Tuesday night, and like I'm kind of upset I didn't go. But also people were like, "Yeah, we didn't get out of there until almost 11:30." Like
the Met game?
The Met game, yeah.
Yeah, the Met game.
Oh yeah. It
was after 10 o'clock, and it was only the 7th inning stretch.
I went to bed.
I was on the phone with Fest. I was talking to Fest.
I went to bed
at the game with his grandma and his mother.
Yeah. I went to bed at 9 o'clock.
Or just his grandma. I don't remember. I think it was just his grandma. Him and her went, or whatever. But anyway, he was like, they started doing the 7th inning, and his grandma was like, "Wow, it's already after 10."
Yeah.
Like the first inning was over an hour and a half.
Right. It was like the 4th inning. I was like, I'm going to sleep. I can't.
Well, that was like also today when I turned the Yankee game on. It was like 3:30, and I'm thinking, all right, it's probably like the 7th or 8th inning already. And I turn on like top of the 5th. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell is happening? So
Yeah.
this goes back to the clock. Is it, even Tommy said it recently, right? Didn't he say recently about a game?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the Mets Phillies on Friday night. That just took forever. Part of it is the strategy of baseball at this point is to take a lot of pitches. But if you watch any game where Chris Bassett started and Patrick Mazeika's catching, they need a pitch clock because the two
It's
of
like
them.
watching Steve Traxel back in the day.
Well,
It's
is Mazika catching today?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh no,
Bassett's-
what's Bassett's not
Walker?
pitching
Yeah,
today.
Walker. Bassett pitched on.
They've been
Monday?
sticking to. It seems
Well,
like they've been
Bassett's
sticking with
tomorrow,
the
I think.
back-to-back. Bassett is tomorrow. They've been sticking to the flip-flop of Nito and Mazika, which is fine.
Which means Nito's going to catch him, which is good. Patrick Mazeika, like the problem the first time they pitched together, he caught him, was his fingers are just slow putting signs down. Like he's just deliberately doing it. It was a frustrating thing. I don't know why we even jumped onto that.
But
I
still,
don't necessarily agree that if the Rangers beat Tampa, that the West teams will beat them.
I don't know, man. They're on such a
can't-
run that they're not losing.
You're right. They're on a run, and once they get to that point, it's the magic.
And Igor's on that hot goalie streak.
But
that...
I mean, Connor McDavid is ridiculous.
I know.
Like,
and the offense in Colorado,
and so is
just,
Nathan McKinnon and Rantanen
and
like
Landeskog,
the top
and
end talent on
Rantanen,
these
and
teams.
Taves, and
Right.
But you could say the same about the Lightning.
mean-
The Lightning's been there for the last back-to-back
Correct.
cups.
So if they beat-
what's
okay.
the difference?
Well, you're right, but I'm saying I don't think
the
it's-
goalie.
Yeah, the goalies,
The goalie is the
they blow,
difference.
and the Rangers' offense isn't any scrubs.
No, it's not.
The Rangers don't need us. The key to the Eastern Conference
my
teams is they don't
point
need to score
exactly.
because of their goalies. But
I-
if they can't stop Connor McDavid, like we saw the play early in the year, and it was Fox and Miller on the ice when Connor McDavid literally got on the
Right.
ice, took the bucket, the blue line,
Right.
and skated through 5 guys and just.
Right.
Yeah, well, that
I
wasn't.
think it was Sorokin.
but-
It
Was
was
that
it.
was no.
Was it
that
Igor
that was,
or was it Gorgie?
I think it was wasn't that last year? Because I thought Tony D'Angelo
that
was
was
one
this
of the guys. Okay, it
No.
was this year. The
It was
the
kind of
top
screwed
end
up.
talent.
Shout out ESPN for cutting away from D'Angelo and Gorgiev's handshake and the handshake line. They were literally about the handshake, and then they switched guys.
They have to. The top talent on the West teams is enough that I don't think neither of them will get easily. It's not going to be a sweep. It's not going to be
No, the Rangers aren't like that anyway.
right. It'll be a good series regardless of what 4 teams get it, which is kind of the first time you could say that in a while. Because the Dallas and Montreal get into the Cup Finals, which is kind of dumb to be honest.
Dallas was good. That was fun to watch because it was just a good run. Montreal was just stupid. Like
Stupid.
if
The
you
fact they
don't
lost-
reseat
I don't know. The fact they beat Vegas is like I still don't understand how that happened.
well, Vegas is a shit show. That's why.
Vegas, pain in the ass.
So Steve Cohen has been on Twitter.
Has he?
Oh,
He- Okay, so I'm gonna bring it up. Hold on, I'm bringing it up for you guys. So you can
Oh,
read it.
Jesus Christ.
here we go.
Why
What is that? I want to see a genuine reaction.
Why am I not? Oh, here it is. Bring it up for you, Danny.
I mean, it's not that funny, but it's funny that he said it. I think he got hacked.
I think he's selling crypto.
doesn't- I don't think he's a funny person.
Lindor.
What are you doing here, boss man?
Let's go.
For those that are
going.
listening, he wrote
Stay
Lin
off
dash DOOR just got
weed.
hurt by a door. Ironic.
Oh my god. Can you imagine who's gonna make that call to him? Billy's just like, Steve, Frankie slammed his finger in a door.
It's okay. We'll go buy another shortstop.
He did
Can
what?
we I have a question. Can we
Steve Cohen's
like-
now calling that all the hotels in the country. You need sliding doors instead of closing doors.
Man, you could still slam your finger in a sliding door.
Yeah, but it's
yeah,
not gonna
you
hurt.
could
Pretty-
you could get a
pretty
lot more
stupid.
hurt in a
I'm
sliding door.
picturing his finger got caught in the hinge area, not in the outside of the
Johnny did that to me last week. I was really pissed at him.
in the hinge
'Cause he
area.
snuck up behind me, had no idea. And I slammed the door. Ah! I'm like,
Oh,
what?
in the sliding door.
No, the front door.
Okay,
I was like, oh my god.
Johnny.
Uh,
Want to
kids.
get it going? Do the top 3 movies and get the hell out of here?
Sure. You can only pick
For sure.
Okay.
3 movies.
Okay. I was kind of thinking about this, and I'll start it. So I was kind of thinking about it. So here's our board. Okay. So first off, I'm just gonna say it. I'm eliminating The Godfathers. I'm eliminating Sopranos.
For you?
Okay.
Okay.
No, this is for me. This is mine.
Yeah.
All right. So I eliminated the whole top row. I eliminated Rocky. These other weird ones I never heard of. Fatso I never saw. Irishman, Donnie Brasco are all eliminated.
Right.
The hardest elimination for one of the easier eliminations was Scarface. I think of that one more Cuban than I do
Right.
Italian. So that was kind of easy. Now, Catch Me If You Can, I never thought of as an Italian movie. But it's still one of the
Was that
best
the
movies.
point of
all time.
this? It's
Based
not.
on what all the other the choices are, it is.
Maybe
But
if
Leo
we're
gonna go-
DiCaprio's in it, so they consider him Italian.
Catch Me If You Can was strange.
But it was a good movie.
No, it's
was
a
a
fine
really
movie,
good
but
movie.
it didn't fit in here with the rest. Like,
Right. I don't
The
know what
rest of-
Fatso is. I have no
I
idea
don't know what that is either. But
And I don't know
My
what
cousin Vinny, of course, will always rank up there for me.
I don't know what.
But that's that would actually be my 4. So that would be cut out. My 3, if I'm keeping, is Goodfellas, Casino, and Bronx Tale.
Okay. I'm swapping out Casino for My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, I'm doing the same as Danny. Because
And you-
honestly,
It was tough for me, but I love Casino.
Because you're
Casino's
getting
on like every day.
Goodfellas. You're basically getting Goodfellas. Which I think is better than Casino. So.
I've
Well,
never
yeah, no,
seen...
Goodfellas. In my opinion, Goodfellas is number 1 on the whole board.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's my logic of why Casino
Right.
is out.
Well, I've never seen The Godfathers. I'm sure they're
Alright, well,
better.
That's insane. You have to watch the first 2, Vin.
I know. I'm aware that I do. I just have never seen them, so they're immediately off the list.
All right. So I was talking to Snacks before you brought this up that day, and I was obviously gonna go Goodfellas and My Cousin Vinny. So my final pick was between Godfather 2 and The Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale's just so good.
Yeah,
He was on. Chaz was on with.
that's right, Julie. You tell him.
Joey Diaz on the Joey Diaz podcast. Chaz was on like last week. Very good listening,
Right.
talking about growing up, the two of them growing up, and how their kids are growing up in different worlds now, and like it's crazy about like what they went through and how they look at their young kids and how they're not going through it. But like Chaz hasn't done, according to him, and even Diaz was kind of shocked by it, hasn't done any drugs since like the 70s.
Okay.
Which was
surprised.
interesting, but like still like when he's in something, it makes that better. Like what was that? What was the Chris Rock movie, Vin?
Oh, great movie. Down to Earth.
Down to Earth.
Down to
Chris
Earth.
Rock
yeah.
dies.
That's
and
apparently that's a remake. I think like that was another. There was an
Was
older
it?
version of that movie. I think so. Yeah, but yeah, Chris Rock dies and they put him in some old rich white guy's body.
Yeah,
And
I've
Chaz-
seen that movie.
Chaz is like God's right hand man or something.
Right, and Eugene Levy's in it
Right?
also.
Is the other dude?
He's the guy who keeps screwing everything up.
Yeah, he keeps screwing everything up.
And he was also in Night at the Roxbury.
He was?
Yeah, You Touch My Ass.
Remake
With
of
Colin
Heaven
Quinn.
Can Wait. See, it was a remake of something. I
Okay.
knew that it was a
'Cause I
remake.
just found a down to earth other movie. But it was
that
different.
was down to earth.
And honestly,
that,
if you want to add another, good, what could be considered an Italian movie?
I'm
My Blue
afraid of
Heaven.
what you're gonna- Never
My
seen
Blue
it.
Heaven.
Never heard of it.
Nope, never heard of it.
Really? How did you guys really?
I really want to put Rocky on this list. That's my problem.
No, absolutely not.
What? What the hell?
Not-
What's wrong with Rocky?
There's no way in hell. I'll put Raging Bull over Rocky. And I just did my Mad Dog 1 minute, 1 second. With my finger.
You
No,
guys
I'd
never
rather
seen
put
My Blue Heaven with Steve Martin and Rick Moranis?
No.
If you guys saw it, I feel like one
I
of
probably
you would
heard
be
about
like-
it. I just don't think I've ever seen it.
So she goes, Aunt Jules got your back, Steve Martin.
I know.
Yeah, I don't
she
think I've
always
seen
does.
that one.
Steve Martin, I mean, he's great. I haven't watched a movie with Steve Martin in a long time, though.
Well, they were making Cheaper by the Dozen. When he's in that, you'll be watching it.
See, obviously, I love The Sopranos, but I would rather with a lifetime away. I'd rather have My Cousin Vinny, Goodfellas.
You're right. The
and-
comedy of My Cousin
my
Vinny
biggest
is-
problem with The Sopranos, I never watched it growing up, of course. So I've
Right.
always went to go watch it since HBO Max is on, and I always get to like when the daughter's going to college, and then I'm just like, I'm out. I'm kind of like, I'm starting to like fade away from it. It's coming towards the end, or closer to the end of the show, so it's like
I've honestly never given it a shot, so I can't.
I've given it a shot. I've gone through seasons. It's just like
I can't say that
I
have.
do want to rewatch The League now after the conversation today with
no.
Tommy.
What?
No, just saying. Oh no,
Why is that funny, Danny?
that you never fully saw The Sopranos.
I've never watched a second of The Sopranos.
He's never watched a second of it. At least I've tried to watch
Well,
it.
okay. To say I've never watched a second of it is just false. I have watched multiple seconds of it, in passing. I have never. I'm aware of who's on the show.
Oh yeah, of course.
I just don't know. It's dark as the show goes on. It's not feel good. See, that's part of the thing. I've watched The Office 14,000 times, straight through.
You know what's
I
funny
can't put
about
Sopranos
that
on in the
frame?
background.
You know what's funny?
Well,
like,
if you watch it enough, you can.
so like those shows back then on HBO that like our parents, aunts, and uncles all watched, right? Sopranos, 6 Feet Under, Oz. What was the other one that was at?
Wire. That's a show I got.
Wire.
Watch.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's over now.
No,
This is
no,
what
he
happens when
heard
Vince
it.
says he's never
He
watched
heard
The
it.
Sopranos.
Oh,
He literally
no, that's
like
why I was saying.
it's
Oh
like-
no.
I said I didn't watch The Sopranos, and Nestor Cortez.
he literally
said
popped
I
up
really
as you
should
said
just
he
log
didn't watch,
off.
you've never watched The Sopranos.
I
Literally
really
as
should
he
just
said that.
log off.
I didn't even text him.
First and
Come on, I
foremost,
just-
welcome, Snacks.
What's up, bud?
Nice to be here. I throw a sweatshirt on. My apartment's freezing.
Did you catch any of us talking about our list? Did you hear any of our top threes?
Well, Snacks
No.
knows my list, so it's fine.
I just got home from work. Believe it or not. What list? What
I have a-
list?
The Italian list.
The movie list. So
Oh,
I have a
oh,
quick
oh.
question. First off, I have a quick question for you. My Blue Heaven.
Your Blue
You know
Heaven.
the movie? My Blue Heaven. with
No,
Steve
I don't.
Martin.
Yeah. I didn't-
I don't know it.
I guarantee you, if you guys saw
Snacks
like
is
a clip of it.
He's a friend of the show. He's been on.
Hi, Aunt Julie. That's Vin's aunt.
That's my aunt. She's watching the show.
So if you
I
want to
do
be a
it.
dick to him, she'll chime in on it in
Yeah,
a
let's
heartbeat.
not do Snacks is good.
She wouldn't even
Snacks
hesitate to
is
chime in with
So-
her.
Friend of the show.
When I say Vin's the stupidest human being I know, it's okay to say it in front of family.
He didn't drop the F bomb, so it's very nice.
You'd be surprised
I-
how many family and friends would side with you.
He
No, I
missed,
wouldn't be surprised.
he missed the part where I say I haven't seen The Godfather either.
Yeah. He's ready
Look at his
about to
face!
kill you through
Look
the
at his face.
What are you waiting for?
I need that needs to be
AKA
like
That's a
does
bad
not
one.
have the
That's a
attention
bad one.
span to watch it.
It needs
Okay,
to be
I
like
have
a
a
movie
question for Snacks.
experience.
I have
Like, I need to sit down and focus and put my phone away and like watch the fucking movie.
I
And
have a
I haven't
question
been in
for
the right
Snacks.
mental state to do it.
All right.
I have a very important question. What's more painful to you right now? The fact that he's never seen Sopranos or he's never seen Godfather?
I'm gonna go with The Sopranos because he does make a good point. You gotta really
Godfather,
sit
you have to
down.
be involved.
Right. But like The Sopranos is the greatest piece of art ever created. I don't understand. I just don't get it.
I don't know if you
It's
heard
not
what I
better
was
than
saying.
Entourage.
I've
I can
tried
say
going
that.
through it like 3 or 4 times. I get like halfway through their seasons. I think it's like season 4. Meadows
If we're
started to go to
ranking
college,
shows
and that's
that
when I
Jamie
just
Lynn
start getting
Sigler
off of
was
the show
on.
for some reason.
It's Entourage and then The Sopranos. That's just a fact.
This is what he comes home from work to. The
real.
blasphemy.
What we should ask your AT&T agent what they think of The Sopranos. Oh, you did that already.
Right.
He's a Verizon agent.
Verizon.
It's
Sorry,
Verizon
I
agent.
said State Farm the other day. I'm trying to see how many different things of yours I can pick. I was gonna go Allstate.
I have
DJ's
a good question.
membership.
How many other companies do you have that you've tried to have these kind of conversations? Like find somebody as good as
Like
that. for us,
Verizon
Brad?
seems to be open to it. They seem to be nice people.
Correct, Vin. And to Steve, nobody. But I think I'm gonna start trying.
Give it a shot.
I
Why
feel like
not?
that would be a great segment for like Twitter. Like
Rangers go
snacks
down. Yeah, Rangers go down
snacks
2-1.
convos with customer service. Boom.
What is I don't know. What cable provider you have? Do you have Verizon?
Verizon.
Okay.
Well, he was fighting with them. Clearly, it's Verizon.
No, I know, but you could have
No way,
a phone.
no
I'm
way.
saying phone or cable, two different things.
It's true. It's true.
Also, in case you were late
You could
to the
just
night,
go to
the Mets
random
have finally
websites.
met. The Mets have finally met for the year.
Oh yes, Danny sent me that.
We need to just go to random websites, and if they have a chat box, just pop in there and just be like,
Oh,
All right,
can you show Snacks the Steve Cohen tweet again?
Did you not show? Oh, that's not what he wrote. That's not what he told you.
No, I sent him the original news.
"Oh."
The original news of him slamming a door on it. He might laugh. He likes a good dad joke.
This
every
is
now
a
and then.
billionaire. Just remember. All I know is reading this makes me wish Twitter was around when
This is
Steinbrenner
a
was
guy
recording,
sitting
when George
in
was
his
alive.
mahogany
Can you-
chair. No, I don't wish Twitter was around for George was alive.
Can you guys imagine what
He would've
Twitter would
fired
like
the
if George
manager.
Steinbrenner was on there?
He would have gotten a lot worse than a 1-year ban, or whatever the hell he would have been banned
I have
every
a
Probably
question.
season.
Who would have been kicked off of Twitter quicker, Trump or Steinbrenner?
Trump.
That they were definitely friends. That's a 100% thing. That'd be a lot of
Yeah,
trouble.
for sure.
Oh, whoa,
Can you imagine
whoa,
the two of them?
whoa, What?
Snacks
are
is
you-
very blind.
What's going on? What are you squinting at?
The Yankee game. I just noticed.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be. I was being a good friend.
Are you
I
getting
was being-
kicked? Are you
Yes,
getting
no.
bolt?
I was
you get-
being a good friend.
You
I
getting
appreciate
killed?
that, Danny.
What happened?
It's 0-0.
Just look at the scoreboard and just
Look
be
at
a,
the.
be a good guy.
You
Be a
guys
good
don't have? Oh, you don't have any hits?
Oh no, we got some, but we don't have any runs, which
Okay.
could be problematic.
All right. Well, they don't have any runs either, though, so you'll be fine.
But
Here you go, Snacks.
How
Yo,
blind
Snacks is
are
like the
you?
kid looking for
Jesus.
games on a phone.
What?
Snacks is like the kid looking for games on the phone.
He likes a dad joke because he is a dad.
wait, that's real?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is 100% real. My guy sitting in front of his huge bookshelf and his mahogany chair is just popping off dad jokes.
That's hysterical. I know what?
And
I'm
you guys
impressed.
think George wouldn't be good on Twitter? God,
Yeah, right.
imagine the interaction George and Steve would have on Twitter.
No, well, you know what would be great. You know what would be great? If he was gonna fire Aaron Boone or somebody, he would tweet before he
Tweet
tells
it before he before he tells him.
He'll probably
He
ask
would.
him.
How many times would he have had to tweet in the morning, like unfiring him? Like he fired him in the 7th inning and be like, "No, he didn't really get fired. I apologize. Next week, I didn't really get fired. I apologize.
3, 4, 5 times a year.
Yeah, right.
Who is the guy in this? Who was the manager in the 70s that he fired like 30 times during the season?
Billy Martin.
Billy Martin.
Billy
Yeah, he
Martin.
fired
Yeah.
him like he
imagine
fired him. I think
imagine
he
Twitter
fired
in
him,
the
rehired
70s
him.
and him filing Billy Martin, sitting
The
at the
only
bar,
reason
decided to fire Billy
he's-
Martin.
The only reason he stopped rehiring was because fucking Billy Martin died. Like he just kept going.
That doesn't get talked about enough. That he fired and rehired a man like 4 different times.
Yeah.
In
like
the
the
same
span of
press
a month.
conference one time.
He quite literally just killed him.
He did it in the press conference one time.
Matt, just I change my mind. Get out.
Thought that one was gonna drop.
Oh boy.
And you would think that
Joey
that,
Gallo.
you know,
Great outfielder.
Belichick leaving the Jets after an hour of being the Jet coach is crazy. Nope, just go work for fucking George Steinbrenner. You could sign a contract and be fired within 10 minutes.
Do you ever hear the story? Michael Kay tells it all the time. So Steinbrenner fired Buck, and it like revolted, like bad backlash, and he hired Joe Torre, and he's still getting all this backlash, and he calls up Buck, and he's like, "I want you back." Buck's like, "No, you already hired somebody." He's like, "I'll fire him. I don't care." It worked out pretty well, but Buck's like, "No, I'm not taking another man's job that you hired." So, just crazy to me. He was a lunatic, George.
One, that's my guy, honorable Buck Showalter. Second of all,
Love Buck.
the same thing would have happened if they kept Buck Showalter.
So
The same thing would have.
You're right, but
so we're talking about TV shows a little bit earlier. Safe.
Yeah, I think so.
Called him out.
Called him out. But
They called him out.
I think he was sick.
It was a lot closer than it should have been.
It was a terrible throw.
Did you guys see who is the newest starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers?
No, I do not.
Oh God, I can only imagine what
The
this
guy's
is.
name. Oh, he's out.
Good
He is
call.
Oh, he's out.
Oh, he just. Thank
Um,
God he didn't blow his Achilles on that.
Yeah, right.
Right, he missed the bag.
Yeah,
That
he
last
missed the
step, he
base.
missed the bag. Pop. You can literally hear anybody else's Achilles just explode at that exact
Or
moment.
his hyperextend his knee or something.
Yeah, that was the other one I was gonna say.
The newest Milwaukee Brewers starting pitcher's name is Jason Alexander.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Santa?
So of course Howie's like, "You guys see who's starting for the Milwaukee Brewers? George Costanza himself."
Just Costanza in his way.
That's gone.
Oh,
It's gone. It
poor
didn't even
snacks.
get to the warning track.
Do you guys see that the Angels are trying to get a new stadium?
For what?
It's about time.
I mean, they probably have like behind like Wrigley, Fenway,
They're
and
the-
Dodger,
they're
and
the
Dodger
fourth
Stadium. They probably have
oldest.
like they
Fourth.
have one of the older stadiums.
Isn't it
Well,
really?
that's like the Braves
interesting
after 20 years.
How
It's like
Jameson
20
Taillon
years. The
is throwing
Braves
a
after
perfect
20
game?
years at Turner Field got a new stadium.
What's his pitch count?
83.
83.
Oh boy.
You know what?
yeah,
It would be
no.
really a shame if we just started talking about perfect games live.
I
on
didn't say it
I said it.
because you're a
No
douchebag.
such thing as a jinx. That's why we
You're
don't
gonna get
invite
Devin
Vin
on the
places.
call now.
Oh God.
No, Devin won't get on the call. You know why Devin wouldn't get on the call? Because he's afraid he'll get on and jinx it.
Nah,
Good man.
I can't possibly.
Speaking of Devin,
Snacks can't
Good
jinx
call on the
anything
Jets.
more. He already jinxes everything else.
good shout out to the Jets for their Ring of Honor choices. By the way, this year.
Oh, yeah,
We'll say
home
it
run.
out loud.
I mean,
Sure.
pretty long overdue.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised. I don't think they retire numbers for the Jets, do they? Because I was thinking.
I think
Can you
it's the
argue
certain
Revis?
number of people. Honestly, other than Namath, who else would you retire?
Probably gassed it
They,
out.
Yeah, Gastineau
I think
and
Maynard. Didn't they
the
retire?
other-
Maybe they
Yeah,
retired Maynard.
yeah. Maynard's another one.
What's the other pass rusher with Gastineau?
Oh, Lions or
Yeah.
what's the other one? Klecko.
Is it Marty? I think Marty
Klecko
Lyons
was the guy I was thinking of.
Marty Lyons and Joe Klecko. Why are we talking about them?
And you remember when we met
Mark
SNO and
Gastineau at
Blockbuster?
Blockbuster. Yeah.
I need water.
And that was that's Mark Gastineau. And you're like, Steve, oh, hey, are you Mark Gastineau?
The Jets have retired. Namath, Don Maynard, Curtis Martin.
Hold
Klecko.
on. Snack said hold on.
Okay.
Good podcasting.
Nice
Nice
to produce.
introduce.
God.
Nice to produce.
What is it? What is it? His first ever podcast? Doesn't he know to show up with the water?
I mean, I'm
already
gonna
ready?
kick
It
him
wouldn't
out.
be a
Honestly,
podcast that he leaves. Let's be honest.
just kick him out.
We
Let's
should-
talk
we should all
about
go
how
on his
Snacks-
podcast and do this.
What I really want to do is make a list of the things he says sarcastically and see how many of them come true. Like he said, the Knicks are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I just want that on the record.
Yeah. That was silly.
I have a silly question. I'm watching the TNT thing and like, why did Wayne Gretzky agree to sit next to Paul Bisson? Like,
The story, okay, so I don't know if this is true, and obviously he could just be like blowing smoke up his ass. The story, the way Gretzky told it was, they offered him the job. He said, "Let me think about it." He talked to his kids. His kid said, "You should do it," and he was like,
yeah, I heard this story.
He was like, "Okay, well, who else?" And his kid said, "Make sure you tell them to get Bissonnette." And
Yeah, there's checklist kids.
Yeah, and then he told them, and they were like, we're already on it. He's already, in talks or whatever. Now, but he said this on Chicklets, so I don't know how true it is.
Fair enough.
Right, he
What-
could have just been blowing smoke.
Wait, Gretzky should have taken what job?
Gretzky,
I'm kind of confused about why Wayne Gretzky, being who he is, would ever take a job where he has to sit next to Paul Bissonnette.
Yeah, well, Paul's fucking loser.
You're just mad because he.
I wouldn't hate being paid like him.
Fuck him.
Wait, isn't the NBA Finals starting tonight?
Yes.
Who
9
cares?
o'clock because it's in Golden State, I think.
No, 9 o'clock.
You know
the
what's
whole
hilarious?
series, they do that every because it's like
Let's
You
just
know
so
what's
dumb.
hilarious about this series, though?
better than 10 a.m.
It's on
10
ESPN 2.
Is it
There must
really?
They have
There must be an alternative.
Women's College World Series softball at 9:30.
No,
on
it's on
ESPN.
it's on ABC. It's on
It's on
ABC.
ABC.
Oh, it's on ABC. Okay.
There's a secondary
makes sense.
broadcast, probably. There's a whatever.
Yeah, that's probably like the Manning cast.
Still would have been kind of funny that if they got bumped for women's
Golden State better
softball.
win.
Nothing against it.
I wonder if Bream's on the call because I have the game on.
No,
Oh,
I think he's out with
oh,
COVID.
he's still COVID?
Breen's got COVID.
And
Breen's got-
Van Gundy too.
That-
Which we
it's
all
literally just
called
be Mark
because
Jackson.
he sounded horrible on Game 7.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Mike Bream.
It actually does sound like Breen.
Was Marlon Gonzalez on
Oh,
the
no,
Astros?
that's
when
not
they
Breen.
cheated?
Yes, of course he was.
Yeah.
Big time cheater. He was actually one of the biggest cheaters on the team. If
Yeah,
you look at the stats.
that's why he stinks now.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he betted almost 300, right, man?
He had like 1-6 season. But
Who did you ask about?
Marlon Gonzalez. Because I remember I wanted the Mets to sign him, like, because he just played like every position, and I was like, we could use a guy like that.
Yeah.
We
And then
have
we found
20
out
guys
he's
that do that.
Now we just have Jeff McNeil,
And-
which is better.
Apparently, we have 20 guys that can play every position. Now. JD Davis can play every position.
Let's not talk about JD Davis, okay? JD Davis stinks.
Wasn't yesterday?
You're just mad because he was doing the wave.
Wasn't yesterday the anniversary of Johan Santana's last start?
It was
He
not
got
his last.
killed.
No, he had like 3 others after that. You don't remember he got shelled at Yankee Stadium like 5 days later?
Literally the next start, he got shelled at Yankee Stadium. I was there.
I remember.
And I think it was Father's Day, right? I think it was Father's Day.
No, because Father's Day is like,
Couldn't have been.
yeah, it's like the 20th or the 19th.
No,
or
I think
whatever.
he had like a couple. I think he had a start or 2 before that, but I think his last game he got shelled at Yankee Stadium.
No, it was the next start.
Remember when he tried to come back with the Orioles and, he just couldn't.
Crazy how good he was in Minnesota.
He was ridiculous. And
He
early,
was good with the Mets.
yeah, the first 2 years of the Mets, he was good.
Yeah.
He got
Howie
hurt.
Rose
He
said
got
the
hurt.
other day when he was talking to him this week, when he was in town on Tuesday, Johan said there was 3 things that he wanted to achieve in his career. One was a no-hitter or a perfect game. One was a stolen base, and I forgot and the other was like win a World Series.
Yeah, win a World
And
Series.
he was just happy he was able to get 1 out of 3. I was like, that's like a 300 average.
He could have stolen him. We could have got him a stolen base. He could hit. He was like a decent hitter. He had a home
Didn't he
run.
homer?
He definitely homered, and he
I don't
almost
remember,
homered.
but I remember him giving up a grand slam to
Felix.
King
Felix
Felix. I was
Hernandez.
at that game.
He also
That was-
almost hit a home run against us pitching at Shea Stadium. I was at that game too, as a twin.
Damn, you just followed Johan Santana everywhere, man.
Santana's a great guy, you know.
And he taught
Johan
Jacob DeGrom
Santana
to
hitting
change
was
up.
161. He had a homer in his career. He hit it with Minnesota. No,
No,
He
he
hit
hit
it
it
with
with
us.
us at City Field.
Oh yeah, he hit it. Remember, he hit it down. I remember he hit the pole.
Yeah.
Hit the foul pole. That
It's
I
great.
remember.
Come on, DJ.
Oh, he was an all-star with us in
Poor
2009.
Tyone. I hope he gives it up in the 8th. This team's not scoring.
Wow.
You
Trust me.
scored too many runs in the day game when everybody was at work, so you can't score. in
I
the games,
can't figure out whether you're fully sarcastic about this or you're actually delusional. I don't know.
About what?
About how actually good / bad you think they are.
Well,
I
he's Frank the Tank of the New York Yankees.
Not to that extreme, but
You're pretty close.
close.
Okay, I got a very important question, Snacks. I got an important question.
Oh boy.
Considering that Ohtani can't pitch at Yankee Stadium clearly because he got shelled twice now as a starting pitcher there, how excited are you for when the Yankees go after him as a free agent?
I'm not at all. And I hope this is a lesson to them. I think he's a pussy. You can't handle it here.
Oh, God. Why do you think the Knicks
He'd
are gonna
hit
be in the
100
Eastern
home runs a
Conference?
year.
Why do
What?
I what?
Why do you think the Knicks are going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Because I think we make big moves this offseason. We're going
Okay. All right. What's the big moves? Donovan Mitchell?
Jalen Brown.
You can thank
Well,
Frankie-
his dad's the new assistant coach.
you can thank Frankie Lindor when Donovan Mitchell comes to the Knicks. Just remember that.
Steph Curry's in one
Just
of
write
his
it down.
zones tonight.
Just write it down.
I won't thank a dope who misses a baseball game because he shoved his finger in the door on purpose.
So our friend Tommy and so we have a Mets therapy chat. So
Work this year.
we need help. So
Danny,
at least we have each other, right?
Snacks, I still need therapy. They're in first place. I still need therapy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. We have players getting hurt by doors. What do you
Yeah,
think?
5-5 road trip. That's all we need. A 500 road trip.
I got people on Twitter
he
saying
goes-
Luis Guillorme is the best player on the planet.
Well, that's insane.
I think I saw KFC tweeted, and he's 100% right. How could that have possibly happened?
No, this could be a rat.
You know, we were
thing
talking
where
about it,
He
and
got
it's
in another
actually like
fight
something
with
that happens
McNeil.
off it.
That's why I'm thinking he did it on purpose.
On
I think
purpose.
unless someone slammed it on him, which is easily possible.
Right, he could have like roommates or the doors closed at hotels.
Maybe he
they
got
don't
like
stay
room
open.
service, and he was like checking his food. Maybe he got like room service. He had food come to the room, and
Wouldn't he be
he opened the door, and
in a spot where the door would hit him on the back?
He'll
that's
play-
how
he'll
normal
play
people open
tomorrow
doors. But
with-
he's also not from
I just don't think it's physically possible. That's all.
I think Danny and I we were
Have
talking
you
about
Snacks? How old are you? Do you not know what the New York Mets are about? We had
Also,
a player
have-
get hurt because he got chased by a wild boar.
You've never slammed your finger on a door ever?
No, I mean I have, but like a hotel one just doesn't make sense because
Because they close on their own.
I
Think
understand
about it.
they
We're
close.
the New York Mets. We had a player one day. The team woke up and the player was gone.
And we all just went, he got hit. It was a mafia hit.
It's funny. I don't know if you saw the text.
It was just no.
Tommy literally just wrote, "What's next?" Unfortunately,
that's
this happened. Yeah.
What happened?
Oh. No, we were just talking about the wild
group
injuries.
chat. Somebody brought up the wild boar.
Ah.
Boar, Pumbaa attacked our best player.
Like,
It's gonna
And
be
then
interesting.
the guy just woke up,
reaction
and
he
then the
gets at
team woke up,
Old Timers
and
Day.
nobody knew where the guy was. Everybody
No,
was like,
it was
"Is he
scary
dead?"
for the first hour, and then once they said he was okay, it was.
It
fine.
was scary. That's the most sus thing to ever happen is to leave and not tell anybody. And we all just assumed
This
he was
is the
dead.
same guy. It's the
A month.
same guy that rode a horse
Yeah.
into spring training one day.
Right.
He's gonna get a good standing ovation when
He'll get a cheer. I don't know. He did just bail though.
Does he do the cocaine lines with Daryl
Wait,
at Old
wait,
Timers
wait,
Day?
wait.
Or
Who's
What?
Cespedes is coming to Old Timers
Daryl
Day.
loves Jesus
Yeah.
Christ now, so he's too good for cocaine.
Daryl
Let's-
Strawberry is not playing in Old Timers Day. He's just gonna show up.
He's a
'Cause-
Yankee.
He's gonna be like
His
he's gonna
knees are
be
fucked
that
up.
guy. He's like
He can't do anything. He said it.
he's
They
gonna
said
be
the other
one of
day.
those. He's gonna be one of those like old timers that go to like the Yankee Old Timers Day that they're gonna introduce. He'll like manage one of the teams.
Right. He said he will be at Mets Old Timers Day, but he's not gonna play because his knees are messed up and his back.
Loser.
Listen, if it wasn't for the Yankees, you would have never had a ring. They would have never had that second ring.
Did you have to bring that up?
I'm just throwing points out there.
Why don't
You
you,
know-
just bring? Why don't you just bring up that Doc threw his only no hitter with the Yankees too? Let's just bring that.
Oh, that was the next point that I was going to.
Yeah,
Why
let's, just,
Doc? That's why Doc is remembered as a Yankee, not a
let's
Met.
just bring up that David Cohn was in
That's-
Met too,
That's
and then he went to the Yankees and do a perfect game. Let's just bring that out too.
Let's just throw it out there that
I'm on
David
to
Wells
you,
threw
then.
the greatest perfect game of all time because he was
With-
completely hungover.
Because he
when
was
did it.
hungover and wearing Babe Ruth's hat. I love David Wells, honestly. Like
Also,
back then.
shout out,
Love.
shout out David Cohn for throwing his perfect game against the Expos.
Oh wow. Rest in peace.
Oh,
What are you
Steph
talking
Curry's
about?
on
When
fire.
the
Oh,
when the
boy.
Rays have to move to Montreal and they become the Expos, you'll be just as excited to see them back.
Steph already has 14 points.
Jesus Christ.
that was a ball.
Oh,
Boy.
he's 6'7", man.
Anyway,
The Celtics are about to get blown.
In.
out.
let's go, Jared Walsh.
I hope they get
Did
it.
he just go to the? He just went down to the clubhouse. He's leaving. He's out. He's like, fuck this shit.
He's nervous.
I think we can wrap this up.
It's a lot of pressure sitting at Yankee Stadium with
The P
So
word.
we never got your top. Wait, before we go, we never got your top three.
Ah, Goodfellas, Sopranos, and My Cousin Vinny.
Okay, perfect. At least we all agree on Mike Guns and Vinny. I appreciate
God, I mean, that's to me, it might be the funniest movie I've ever watched in my
it.
life.
It's up there.
Where was Bronx Tale on your list?
Bronxdale?
Just
Bronxdale's probably after Godfather, so 5.
Okay.
Now, are you grouping Godfather as one, or are you doing like Godfather 2 in that list?
Like-
I guess you could group, but I think
No,
Dad.
Snacks
I
likes
feel like
one
that's
better.
what threw
like
this
one
list
better.
off.
It's two. Well, I mean, two. They're widely regarded as
They're both good, but
very good.
two's ranked higher on a lot of people.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard people say like
Yes,
they're like
it
two.
ranks-
Because De Niro
And
won the
nobody
Academy
likes
Award, Speaking in
Right.
Italian.
and
Nobody
nobody
likes-
likes 3 at all.
I'm not even gonna watch
3.
three.
Should have never been made.
Yeah, don't watch 3.
No, 3's a waste of your time.
3 was very weird. He like
So,
falls in
2
love
other
with
questions.
his
Have you
cousin
ever
and
heard of
stuff. It's very
Fatso
weird.
snacks?
Yeah, what-
Fatso?
Yeah, what is that? It's
Do we even know what
the
that is?
bottom corner here. One of them's got to be in it.
I don't know Fatso.
How about this, Snacks? Would you replace Rocky with Raging Bull? Well, would you replace Raging Bull with Rocky?
Yeah, I
say
would.
yes.
Rocky, that didn't make sense to me. I don't know why Rocky's in there.
I mean,
You
Catch
know
Me
what-
If You
you know
Can's
what we
in there.
found
Why is that
interesting?
in there?
Yeah,
That's true.
Is it? It's like so much Italian, and then like I said this earlier, Scarface. I think of more like Cuban than I do Italian.
Right.
I don't.
Right?
True.
Irishman is literally called Irishman.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but that's a mob thing. I mean, like I don't think Irish, but like it
The
was
guy-
a mob
the
movie.
guy-
See, I thought Irishman was good. My only problem was like you took all the Italian guys and turned them Irish for a movie. Like
Well, De Niro is Irish in Goodfellas.
You know what? I never even watched Irishman, to be completely honest.
it's a phenomenal movie, but the
But
last
you should do it in sittings.
Yeah, it's long.
are unnecessary. Come on, Walsh, get this over with.
We're rooting against the perfecto
Excuse me, it's
now.
Lou Gehrig Day. What would be better than on Lou Gehrig Day?
What would be better?
Win?
Yeah. A nice sweep.
Also, Colorado just scored in 2 goals in 15 seconds.
2-0.
That's what.
2-0. Edmonton just called a timeout because they just gave up 2 goals in 15 seconds. Because
Shocking.
Mike Smith is the worst goalie on the planet.
Jesus.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Oh!
They're gonna
was
give
going
him
Are
a
they going to
knee.
call an error?
No,
Wait.
that's a hit. You got to call that a hit. And
That's
now
a
the ball's getting thrown around the infield.
Now
Um,
we're getting a little league home run out of the.
Steven,
They're going
are
to lose
you
1-0 on an error.
are you prepared for Mikko Koskinen, the Stanley Cup champion?
Of course. Remember
Well,
when we got argued at that he's supposed to start for Team Finland? He was the best
Mikko
goalie in Finland
Koskinen was
and
an
we let him go.
Islander prospect goalie, and now he is
for like a week
currently
and a half.
Yeah, he is currently Edmonton's backup right now.
There
And
was a point.
He played
was
the other
Finland
night in the
goalie.
blowout. Right, but he played the other night in the blowout, and he played well.
Is Snacks
after-
crying over this? Is that why his screen went black?
I think he quit. I think he gave up.
Fuck off.
Is that? I don't even know who that is. Is that IFK?
Who else? Who's number 12?
Who's 12?
I can't.
Okay, F. Okay.
But no, I don't care that he lost the perfect game. I'm pissed that they let him get to second.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, they almost let him get to third too after the throw to second with nobody there.
They got no fundamentals.
No fundament. That's right there. That's why you fire the manager right there. No fundamentals.
That would have been a
Look
great
at Tyone
moment
just
for a
standing
little
there.
league
You
home.
got to go back something up. Just don't fucking stand there. Unbelievable.
Yeah, guy, like your job, you should be on second, buddy. Now you're gonna lose the game 1-0 because this guy's gonna get a base hit and Walsh is gonna score.
That's pop up.
I don't know
All
if
right.
it's a pop up or not when pitchers point it in the air because 90% of the pitchers point in the air every time the ball goes in it, and they lose the ballpark.
You're scarred.
Shout
but
out
it's
Hansel
not just Robles who does it. It's not
A
just
lot of
Robles
people
that
do.
does it. There's other
Diaz
pitchers that
does
do
it
it now
too.
too.
Diaz did it
Diaz
once.
does.
Hey, Mike King, maybe if you change your number from AJ Burnett, you'll start pitching better.
Excuse me, the great AJ Burnett. You mean?
I loved AJ Burnett.
Who's wearing AJ Burnett's number?
Michael King.
I thought he was good.
He is good.
He's been overused.
Yeah, his last couple outings have been bad.
Can't be happy.
All
AJ
right,
Burnett
let's wrap it up.
and his tats. AJ
There's a
Burnett
lot
for
of
the
games
Jays.
going on right now.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Oh
Let's let
wow,
Brandon-
this hockey series. Oh, congratulations, Colorado! You're moving on. It's now 3-0 in about 30 seconds.
Adam Babe.
Oh, he's safe.
Now you got him. All right. Dom
Always a pleasure,
DeLuise.
Snacks.
That's the Italian part of it. There you go.
What is going on
boys.
with that guy's? That guy is just wants to be Charlie Blackman.
Yeah, it's Charlie Blackman Jr. It's Brendan Marsh. He's just like he was like a prospect. He was like one of their top prospects.
Yeah.
He's very fast.
sucks.
Which I'm surprised that he didn't beat that out. Anyway,
Well, with that being said,
Yep.
Snacks always a
I'll
pleasure.
see you, boys.
yeah.
Always.
What's the outcome of the NBA Finals?
Warriors in 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sounds about
you
right.
heard it here first, guys. Go put all your money on the Celtics.
Correct.
Steph's already lighting
All
it
the
up.
money on
Yeah. This is
all
this
the
is
money
Steph's,
on the Celtics.
This is Steph's MVP for
Yeah.
finals out. Yeah. This is it.
I could see it.
Yeah,
He already has 15 points.
he hasn't won a finals MVP yet.
4 threes and 15 points in the first.
This is
There was a boost on FanDuel, but I didn't get a chance to do it. It was
stolen
like
35
50
points. Yeah, I
total
didn't
points
do it.
in the first quarter, and like Clay to have 5 points in the first quarter, like combo.
Clay did not do that. Oh, he has 5.
He didn't have
yeah.
5.
He does.
All he
have
needed
5.
was 5 points in the first quarter,
he
and the
got it.
teams to combine for 50 in
Yeah,
the first quarter.
Well, then I think that happened. If,
Yeah.
if Steph scored 15, they should have scored 50.
yeah, it's 26-22. Clay has 5.
Okay.
I'll get that.
All right.
I didn't grab it. But anyway, as always, a pleasure, gentlemen. Snacks, we're going to be in
Adios.
touch. We're getting ready for Vin's big press conference coming up soon.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
We were talking about it earlier and how we're gonna do the call on it, so it'll be fun. But
Great.
that was episode
Wonderful.
324. Have a good night, everybody.